get 'em on.
That part out. Hello, people of YouTube. This is Prolix Enigma here, and I am bringing you a top 10, or this week is actually going to be a top 15, and I'll explain how this works in a minute. And I actually have a guest with me who's going to give their top 15 weapons and opinions. I'm going to comment on it. We're going to have a little bit of a discussion. I'm going to give mine. Commentary will close, and that will be that. My guest is none other than my teammate, Prolix Vortex. Introduce yourself.
Potato.
What he's best at. Potato stuff. Now, I will explain this in a little bit more detail. We're each going to go through our top 15 weapons. He's going to go through his first. We'll start at number 15. We'll go to the bottom. After each weapon, we'll give a reason to why we chose for it to be there. Oh, I didn't even actually say what the subject is. It is going to be the top 15 weapons in Call of Duty history. Top 15 best weapons in our own opinions in Call of Duty history. These are going to vary from other people's top 10 lists and such. So don't take this to heart like, oh, this gun was so much better than that gun. It should have been higher. Yeah, that's your opinion. It probably is higher on your list. But again, it's our opinion. So remember that. Now, like I said, we'll go through each one of the weapons from 15 down to 1 and put them in order, talk about each weapon, why we chose to put it there, and so on. And that's pretty much how it'll go. There'll be a little bit of discussion in between each list, though. So are you ready to give your list?
Oh, I was born ready.
All right.
Okay, so at number 15, I put the Black Ops 1 Galil. It's a really good gun. It's very versatile. It's just, I put it so high on my list, just because I didn't use it that much. I know it was really good in pubs with a suppressor. Pretty good gun, 15. Okay, so my number 14 spot will be the UMP from Modern Warfare 2. This gun was a warrior gun. I didn't use it too much, meh. I had better guns to use back then. Moving on to the 13th spot, which was the Black Ops 1 Commando. This gun was good. Actually, accidentally meant to put it higher, but, it's a really good gun. Competitive. Very competitive gun. Very good. And now for number 12 spot, Modern Warfare 2 Intervention. This gun was in a lot of montages. And trick shooting, trick shots, speeds, all that, such sorts and stuff. Snipers. Had to put that there, And for number 11 will be the World at War MP40. And this gun ripped. It was an absolutely just monster. It didn't get really much better than this gun. It's good, but I have better guns that I liked later on and stuff. So speaking of which, another gun that's really good. Number 10, Mod 4 M40. Another montage gun. Another sniper. Yes. And this was used in a lot of montages and stuff. And this actually was a really fun sniper to use. But anyways, going on to number 9, Black Ops 2. M8A1. This gun, pretty darn good. That's pretty much all I gotta say for that gun. Number 8, COD 4, M16. Well, gun killed pretty quick. Sometimes a 1 burst, rarely 2.5, 1.5 burst to kill. It killed pretty quick. Yeah, so number 7 will be the Modern Warfare 2 ACR. Yes, that's another very competitive gun. It had literally no recoil. Number 5, we have Black Ops 1 AK-74U, an SMG player, suited my style very well. And number 4, Black Ops 2 MSMC, another SMG, great gun, and it was pretty overpowered. Well, not really. It was alright. And number 3, Modern Warfare 3 ACR, like the Modern Warfare 2 ACR, laser beam, shoot across map. Amazing gun. Crazy good. Number 2, the Ghost MTAR. Now this gun rips. Can't really describe it. It's amazing for me. I don't know what it is. But coming in at number 1 is the MW3 MP7. Yes, that gun was amazing. And that was my list.
Okay. So, first off, I want to say that I think that your placing of the weapons that you use was pretty good for you. Like I kind of sort of I pictured that. I wasn't thrown off too much by your numbers and listings. It seemed like based off because I know how you play, because well, not necessarily know how you play, but I know what type of a player you are. It really, really suits your play style and who you are as a competitive and just stomping type player. What weapons you'd have on your list and where they're located at. And I'm going to give my list here in a minute. But I forgot to say something at the beginning of this video, and that was that before we started like listing off these weapons, you're going to see that these are the same exact weapons, just in a different order. Because we went through and we found the best weapons of all Call of Duty history, multiplayer, back to COD 4 anyways, and we kind of picked and sorted out from there. So we're not going to have separate weapons on our list. Anyways, anything else you want to say before I move on to the next list?
Potato? Of course.
Potato. Okay. That's the only thing he knows how to say. All right. So my number 15 spot, I have the Sniper M40 from COD 4. This probably is higher on some people's lists. I didn't use it very much, so I have no real right to put it on there. I used it a little bit, but I just was not a sniper back then, nor will I ever be. Next on my list is the AK-74U from Black Ops 1. I use this gun quite a bit. It was a good gun. It didn't have any problems with it or anything like that. I have no complaints about the gun, but I'm not an SMG player. I felt like it had a little too much recoil for my likings. I like low recoil weapons, laser beams. You will see this later on in this list. But anyways, on to the next one. And Corey is not going to like this one, but the MTAR X at number 13 from COD Ghosts. I can do okay with this gun, but it's not my it's not my weapon of choice when I'm going into a game. I'm not just immediately like, ooh, MTAR. No, that's not me. I have it on one of my classes, but I rarely use it. Next after that is the Galil. I use this gun a lot with a suppressor in Black Ops 1. Just pretty much a suppressor. If anybody put a red dot sight on that, I don't know what you were thinking. The iron sights on that weapon were so clean, so beautiful. My fondest memories of this were in the Black Ops 1 days on what map was it? WMD. That map, I would always run on that left-hand side of the map when you would spawn up top where you had that big, huge tower. I always ran down that side of the map. And because I sucked in Black Ops 1, I always got pwned. Anyways, on to the next one, the UMP-45 from Modern Warfare 2. I use this gun, probably the second most used gun that was in Modern Warfare 2. For me, I use this one the second most out of all of them. And I tended to do really well with it, especially on Rust. You know, you can do pretty much good with anything on Rust. And on to number 10. This one is really, really high up here. And a lot of people are going to disagree with this. But the COD 4 M16. It was a really, really good gun. Nothing wrong with it. Great gun. But again, I was a little bit of a scrub-a-dub-dub back in. I have the Modern Warfare 2 ACR. As Corey said, this weapon is a laser beam. There's no other way to put it. Drop people from all distances across the map. Like, literally no recoil. It was OP. Plain and simple, it was OP. But they didn't really patch it. They didn't patch anything in Modern Warfare 2. Who are we kidding? Anyways, on to number 7. The MP40 from World at War. Pretty much the only weapon I used in that game. That was the game where I really started to shine. I started standing out more in that game. And this gun pretty much brought me up there. This brought my KD over a 1 for the first time in Call of Duty history, people. And I give that to the gun because it was so OP and crazy. Number 6, the M8A1 from Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was such a hard thing to choose from because all the weapons in that game were pretty equal. Like, you could take almost any gun. I could have taken... What gun could I have taken? Oh, let's see here. I could have taken... Trying to think back to what guns were in that game. I could have took the FAL into a game and done just as well with it, or had just as much of a chance to do well with it as I would have with the M8A1. They were all pretty equal, so it was hard to decide which guns deserved to be on this list. But when I came down to it, there was about 3, and I chose 2. So next, I have at the number 5 spot the Commando from Black Ops 1. I really like this gun. Always looked forward to unlocking it. This was back in the dark ages of Call of Duty when prestiging was actually prestiging and you couldn't just unlock stuff whenever you wanted. You had to actually work and grind and wait for that weapon. But don't get me wrong, I like the way it is now more. Now, number 4, the MSMC from Black Ops 2. That second weapon that was really hard to choose where it deserved to be on this list. And I am happy where I put it. At first, I didn't like the gun too much. Later on in the year, I got the hang of it a little bit more, and I started using it and just completely destroying and mowing people down with it. At number 3, I have the Remington from Ghost. I'm really enjoying this weapon. It seems like almost any time I put that in my hands and I go into a lobby, I feel it unstoppable. Whether it's team deathmatch or free for all, it just doesn't really matter. Number 2 is the MP7 from Modern Warfare 3. This gun was I don't know. Modern Warfare 3 was a good game for me, even though I didn't like it. I know that's weird, but it was a good game for me, and the MP7 has part of the reasoning to why it was such a good game for me. It was another one of those guns where I could put it on my class, go in there, and I was almost guaranteed to do well, or at least go positive, do decent. And now, at number 1, my Willie, as it was referred to, the Modern Warfare 3 ACR. I can't remember how many times I got this gun gold, but I got it gold more times than you could possibly think of. And I like this gun a lot. It was pretty much, I used this gun probably 80% of the time that I played the game, and it definitely deserves to be at my number 1 spot. Now, that is my list. Is there any comments here, Corey?
Why the fudge did we put the Galil in the list, but not the FAMAS? I just now realize this. Why?
Well, I looked at the FAMAS, but you know what? I don't even have a counter argument to that. I didn't look at the fucking FAMAS. I didn't think about it, okay? I didn't think about the FAMAS at all. Okay, guys, let's just replace the Galil on both of our lists and replace it with the FAMAS.
No, because my FAMAS would be much higher than that.
But to be completely honest, I didn't even use the FAMAS that much. I was a Galil and Commando person.
FAMAS all the way.
Like, I remember you using the FAMAS all the time, though. I do remember that. Anything else?
Potatoes.
Potatoes? Okay,
Pretty much it. That's all I know how to say, man.
I can tell, especially in class. This video is going to be ending here shortly. Please feel free to like and or subscribe. Twitter and Facebook links will be down in the description. I hope you guys liked the top 15 instead of the top 10. I know it's a little different and a little early in the series to be doing something like this, but hey, I'm just getting out there and stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed having Corey or Prolix Vortex on here and maybe see more of him in the future. Not really sure what we could talk about, but we get pretty random at times. I'm sure we could think of things to talk about. This was the video, guys. The video on the left will be job tips and such, and the video on the right will be a random video on my channel. And deuces.
Get 'em on.